So you may have heard of CPQ. You may have heard those acronyms, but you're not quite sure exactly what it is and why it's so important. By the end of this video, you will be able to answer these four questions. What is CPQ? Who uses CPQ? Why does businesses invest so much money into CPQ? And what does CPQ stand for? So, starting with the what. What is CPQ? CPQ is a software that businesses use on a day-to-day business to conduct their business, to have everything into a centralized location. Okay? So, who uses CPQ? CPQ is primarily designed for sales reps. Okay, so let's think about a situation where you have invented a series of water bottles. Okay, you have a lot of different options of water bottles that you can choose and to sell, but you don't want to sell them to individual consumers like you and me door to door. You want to sell those water bottles to businesses. These business these businesses could be your grocery store, your local convenience store, a drug store. So in order to do that, you have to hire some sales reps to go out and contact these potential customers, these businesses, to see if they are interested in what you have to offer. So that covers the who. So let's get into the what is CPQ. Let's dive into the acronyms. The C. The C stands for configuration. So thinking back to our water bottle example, you don't just have one water bottle, okay? You may have a plastic water bottle, aluminum water bottle, a series of sizes for each of those water bottles, different designs. Let's say on the plastic water bottle, you can get a beaded design, and on the aluminum, you may not be able to get all of those fancy designs because they might fall off. So, all of these business rules, your sales reps have to know before they go into a conversation with, let's say, Walmart to sell their water bottles. So they may have a list of all of these rules on a document that they have to sort through to say, okay, well, you can buy this aluminum water bottle, but you can't get beads on it. Okay? So what would happen if they sold something that is not compatible? That would be a problem, and that slows down the process. Okay? So the C portion of CPQ allows business rules to automatically be stored in the system. So when the sales reps, they make a selection, when they select that aluminum water bottle, the option to add beads on that water bottle is not even there for them to select and potentially make a mistake. So this is how it speeds up the sales process, because whatever can be sold will be there based off of the selections that the sales rep has made in the software. So let's dive into the price portion of CPQ. So we've talked about the setup, setting up all of the designs on the water bottle, but each of these additional add-ons, they have a price to it as well, okay? It does cost more for those beads, okay? So we don't want the sales reps to have to do all of these offline calculations to determine what the final price will be, because they may make a mistake in the calculations. They may be missing some information. So CPQ will take all of that business logic with the pricing and store it into the system and automatically populate it based off of the selections made by the sales reps. So for example, what if you had sales reps that covered stores across the United States, okay? And the pricing is different in New York versus California. So if they made the wrong mistake of selling a product and giving the wrong price to a store in California, because let's say the price is more expensive in California and they sold it at the New York price, that would slow down the sales process. So CPQ eliminates those potential errors. So the last part of CPQ is quoting. So when we think about a quote, let's say there were multiple businesses trying to sell these water bottles to Walmart. And business number one, they didn't have a document discussing the products that they're looking to sell and the prices. So they may have just given them a verbal quote of saying, I'll charge you $1,000. Okay, so that's scenario number one. Scenario number two is, let's say the sales rep was not able to calculate the price right there in the meeting with Walmart. They may have had to write down all of the things that Walmart wants, okay, and then take it back to the office and discuss with their manager, and that may take a couple of days. They may be out of the office, and then maybe a week later they can call that store and say, all right, the price is $900. Okay? Compare that with option number three. The sales rep has, they went into Walmart and they've pitched their product. They've given them all of the options that can be sold along with the price. Okay? And let's say that the price is $1,500. Okay? Well, now the person that they were speaking to at Walmart, they have a tangible document that they can review. They can go back and review it with their manager, the pricing team, to see if this is a product they want to take on, because they have the pricing, they have the document in their hands. They may be willing to pay a little bit extra because they need to make a decision quickly. Moving on to the last and final question is why? Why are companies spending so much money to gather the requirements, implement all of the business logic into a system, right? It's very costly. So why are they willing to take on a huge project that may take some time to get all of their business logic into the system? It boils down to one simple answer. There are many, but it boils down to revenue. If a company sees that if my sales reps can produce a document with all of the right products, all of the right pricing, and deliver it quickly, that there is a direct correlation with time and revenue. Okay, the quicker that they can get this document out, the quicker the sales rep can move on to the next potential prospect to see if they're interested in buying these water bottles. Okay, it also reduces inaccuracies of pricing, right? So if a price was wrong and a sales rep now has to go back to that store, that Walmart store, and say, I'm sorry, this was not the right price. After speaking with my manager, we have to quote you this. That would not make a very happy customer. So we've covered who uses CPQ. We've covered why CPQ is so important. We've covered what the acronym CPQ stands for. Okay? So if you're looking for more information on CPQ, you may want to understand all of the features that are available in CPQ, or you may also want to know how to set CPQ up in the system based off of various business rules. Be sure to like this video and subscribe, because I will be releasing a series of videos that will go over all of the features in CPQ and how to set them up.